You are listening to an original message from the reader currently known as Jason Ashanti McDaniel of Madam Jason's Tarot. Hey guys, I know that today is Tuesday, not Monday. I don't even know if I'm going to post this today or tomorrow. But last night I was spending the night with my grandmother at a hospital. She was in the ER. And I don't want to necessarily tell everybody my business, but just to let people know what a day in a life is like for me. I've mentioned before that I'm caregiving for my grandmother now. About 3 weeks ago, she went to the ER because of sepsis, and now they're saying that she's retaining water in her legs because it's not really coming out too much in her catheter. But my mom works at Amazon full time, and her shift is like 6 p.m. to 4 a.m. So basically my mom went to work, and then I had to call the ER, and I was just spending time with my grandmother overnight. I got most of the rest that I think I need, because I usually try to get like 8 hours and 15 minutes of rest, but I'm dealing with that. And then on top of that, we had a full moon. There was a retrograde that began yesterday. I'm on my cycle. It's Cancer season. I'm also in my Saturn return, and my birthday is coming up soon. It's going to be on July 18th. So there's a lot of very strong energy in the air, for me at least. And most of those things are things that affect everybody too. Like, even if you're not a Cancer, or if you don't have Cancer placements, just the energy of Cancer season, you might be finding yourself feeling more nurturing towards people that you care about, but also a little bit more moody and emotional than normal if you're not already like that. So there's strong energy in the air, right? Especially if you're also going through your Saturn return, or if you have Cancer energy in your chart as well. But for those of you who are new to the channel or to any of my social media platforms, the 15-minute flip don't trip videos are basically videos that are designed for people who are tarot fanatics, people who like to constantly watch tarot but don't always have time, or they don't want to overdo it with how much they're consuming tarot videos. Once I get my website up for personals, the purpose of me rebooting the channel and doing 15, 30, 60-minute videos is so people can get a feel of how much they can get within each time bracket for the personals. And of course, I'll include the prices too. But no prayer, no tiles, just getting straight into the energy. We have power here at the bottom of this deck. Somebody could be calling their power back. We have magic here with the pentacle, earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Pentacles also represent magic or manifestation. We have shadow here. We have new life with the Ankh. And we also have grounded. So it definitely feels like something related to a person calling their power back. I feel like this is very strong energy when it comes to like the zeal that I'm feeling, or it's almost like someone stepping in their Lilith energy, honestly. So I'm probably going to use astro alignment, but I don't know, just the combination of these two things right here feels like someone recently did baneful magic, or maybe you could have lit a black candle recently, or done something as simple as prayed that a person that was giving you a hard time, the energy went back to them. And because there's so many portals that are open right now, and on top of that, I forgot to add that it's also the fire horse year in Chinese astrology. There's like so many energetic things happening right now, and it might be kind of overwhelming for you guys. For some of you, even if you're like a spiritual warrior like me, like I'm so used to, you know, just the ebb and flow and the chaos of life at this point. And I've only been on my spiritual journey for 3 years, but there's been so much that I've learned. There's a lot that I need to learn, and there's a lot of shadow work that I need to do. But I'm one of those people where other things in life, I can sometimes be a slow learner, but when it came to my spiritual awakening, I picked that up pretty quickly. And I think a lot of that has to do with Akashic knowledge and past lives too. Like one of my past lives, I was a psychic. So that's why I feel like I picked it up pretty easily once I started to get into tarot for myself. And that's one thing that people really sleep on when it comes to Cancers. Yes, we're moody. Yes, we're sensitive, but we're also very strong. Cancers are one of those zodiac signs like Gemini or Sagittarius that have a lot of duality. So there's a duality of, like, the world feels like you can't be sensitive and strong at the same time, but Cancers hold both of those truths. So there's like an energy of resilience too that I'm picking up that's very strong as well, for whoever needs to hear this message. Okay, and usually I like to get 4 cards when I do these, but I'm just kind of letting these 15-minute videos just do whatever they want to do. We have the Devil here at the bottom of the deck, and that always feels like a synchronicity whenever I see shadow. Even though your shadow is not always evil, or Devil card energy is not always evil, it does have a dark energy to it. You know, the Devil card or your shadow could be something as simple as representing all the parts of you that you've suppressed, parts of you that you don't like, that you feel are ugly, that you have to hide inwardly. So I see that. So what came out in the tarot, we have the Moon card upright. I was talking about full moon energy. We have the 9 of Pentacles upright, which is very good energy to come out, because I do feel like something about this has to do with a glow up as well. We have Death in the reverse, and then we have Queen of Pentacles reverse with the 10 of Swords upright. Okay. Another thing that I've been experiencing recently, like I've been feeling like a throat chakra that's very active, and usually in the past what I've done is I wait till the middle of the month to do the next month's readings, but I've been feeling like I need to go ahead and start doing August horoscopes right now, and it's because there's messages that need to come out right now. But there's like a very strong energy here. The moon could represent anxiety or fears. It could also represent the unknown, the subconscious. This card, usually I feel negativity or neutrality when this comes out, but I've learned to attach positive meanings to this card as well. 9 of Pentacles is usually independent. Some of you, you're getting better at money. There's something about your money that has a glow up, and I did mention how this is kind of like Pentacle energy anyway. Some of you could be trying to start your own business, or you've already began it and it's going to take off soon. We have Death in the reverse. So maybe at some point you were fearful of a new beginning, or there was just something that was stagnant that wasn't transforming. But then we have Queen of Pentacles in the reverse and the 10 of Swords here. So I feel like you've learned some powerful cycle, like some powerful karmic lesson, and completed a cycle that has something to do with your money. Okay, so we have the Devil card here. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. Queen of Pentacles reverse is also Capricorn energy. So I feel like your Saturn placement is significant. We're in a Mercury retrograde, but Saturn usually, I find, brings about very harsh lessons when it comes to money and love. And I also feel like something about this glow up has to do with a relationship as well. I'm at 10 minutes right now, so I'm just going to try to get some astro alignment here. All zodiac signs are relevant, but we have Pisces, Virgo, Scorpio, Capricorn, and Gemini. Those could also be placements that you have in your chart. I wouldn't be surprised if any of those things came out in astro alignment as well. I also feel like I need to use golden mantras for this one. There was actually a lot that came out. So we have opposition, resistance, struggle, polarity. So for example, I always use myself as an example just because it's the easiest thing that I can grab. I'm a Cancer. My opposition would be Capricorn because it's directly across from me on the wheel. So something about Cancer and Capricorn energy I've been feeling in this reading. We have Eros, eroticism, desire, sex. So one thing that I was kind of picturing in my third eye chakra when I was saying I was feeling Lilith energy was I was picturing this book called Sacred Sex. So that's where I feel like some of you are doing like baneful magic, or like something that's more shadowy, like maybe even like some sort of spell to draw someone in, and I feel like that's working. And the reason why I categorize that as baneful is because it is kind of like trying to control an outcome, which you should always detach But, you know, if you feel like you need to do it, or you want to try to manipulate a circumstance, if you want to do that, then, you know, that's your prerogative. We also have South Node, past lives, natural gifts, karmic challenges. So the positive aspect of this is past lives. That could be the Akashic energy that I was picking up on. Some of you could have had past lives where you were merchants or you were very affluent, but also you could have also had a past life that had something to do with mediumship. We have Cancer, nurturing, sensitive, caring. So that Cancer season energy is in the air. Air, right when I said air, expansive, intellectual, inquisitive, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Air is also about communication. We have medium, coeli, midheaven, direction, reputation. So your reputation is changing. It's shifting in love. It's shifting in money. It could just even be shifting in the way that people have seen you. For example, if you have a family dynamic where you were always seen as the black sheep, or you were always seen as like the weird one, the socially awkward one, I feel like now people in the past where they might have been unsure about you or not able to put a finger on you, they probably still don't understand you because you're a light worker, you're different. Or they probably tried to constantly like project negative attributes onto you. I feel like that might resonate with someone who grew up Baptist, because that's very prominent in that culture, like the fast girl shaming. Because I feel like a lot of this has to do with calling your power back, and something that has to do with sexuality too for some of you, or even gender. But it's like now people have no choice but to expect you, and maybe this death card in the reverse represents people around you who aren't transforming, and people wanting to still look at you from an old past life perspective, because we have South Node here. Psyche, and also because it's retrograde, a lot of things from your past will resurface. Even if you don't see people from your past, like they'll appear in your dreams, or like themes of things that you've already conquered are going to resurface, which is why it's important to stay grounded right now. We have Psyche, soul, consciousness, mind. I think you could figure out what your Psyche placement is based off of your zodiac sign and the year that you were born. That's something that you don't usually see when you do natal chart stuff online. And then we also have Uranus, revolution, invention, eccentricity. Maybe some of you, because I'm seeing Cancer and Uranus, you could have a Cancer Uranus placement, or whatever's in that placement is very significant for you. Because Cancer is very imaginative, and Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius, so that talks about invention. So maybe you are getting a lot of downloads for things that you can create, especially if you are someone who has a business or a social media platform with the 9 of Pentacles here. Okay, but I'm at 14 minutes, so let's just get a few of these. And also, I think that grounding anchor came out because whenever you go through a transit or whenever you have a glow up, you know, symptoms of ascension could be, it's kind of like an airplane lifting off. So it could be kind of like shaky, but you know that it's going to be stable afterwards. So symptoms of ascension usually leave you feeling drained, or like you don't want to deal with people, or you might feel like you're going to give up right before you have like a really powerful breakthrough. So that's why it's important to ground, you know, get your Reiki healings or listen to free Reiki music on YouTube, you know, charge your crystals, make moon water. It's a really good time to do stuff like that because we're still in full moon energy for the next 3 days. So we have I am worthy of the love I desire from myself and others here at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like you've mostly been working on your heart chakra, because once you heal your heart chakra, that's usually when love and money, like you see major shifts with that as well. And honestly, love, money, and protection are like the main 3 things that people always worry about. As a tarot reader, people always talk to me about those main topics. We have I am me, I am accepted, I am appreciated, I am loved. So this might also resonate with people who don't really have too many friends, or like you just always lived your life kind of having to do everything by yourself, or just being very self-focused, or like a self-starter. Like you don't ambivert or introverted, like you don't need other people's approval. And sometimes people see that as weird. And then we have, I love myself, I respect myself, and I accept myself exactly as I am. Notice how all the golden mantra cards had to do with self-worth. So that's, I love that for you. Some of you could be working a lot with rose quartz too. And I would say that you need to work with rose quartz, but it's one of the most like essential crystals, so everybody knows what rose quartz does. So you could just have hella rose quartz. And I recommend it for masculine energies too. I love it when I see masculines wear rose quartz, because you can identify as a masculine but still heal and connect to that feminine side of you. So I highly recommend that if you haven't tried it already. That's all that I have for you guys right now. Hopefully you got something out of this video. If you like the way how I do tarot, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Follow me on all my social media platforms, and I will see you guys in the next one.